70年前，在第2次世界大战的尾声中，联合国诞生了。它肩负着使命，使后世人免遭战争之苦，使人权和正义得以维护。秘书长作为联合国的行政首长，他为全世界人民，特别是贫穷和弱势群体，仗义直言。过去70年间，联合国历经了7任秘书长的领导。约翰·艾萨克曾为其中5位秘书长工作过。他在联合国担任首席摄影师约30年。
I started as a messenger when Uthant was the Secretary General, and I later became the chief of the photo unit.
约翰常要陪同秘书长出行，第一次是随同秘书长库尔特·瓦尔德海姆。
I got one of the early assignments to travel with him to Vietnam, so when he went to Southeast Asia.
约翰回想起前秘书长哈维尔·佩雷斯·德奎利亚尔。
When Namibia got its independence and I was there, and Peresikwar specifically asked the security to go and find me so that he can introduce me to Nelson Mandela. So I'm very fond of him.
约翰还回忆起布特罗斯·加利。
I felt that Boutros Ghali kept sort of a distance. He was a scholar. I liked him in many ways. I think he was an intellectual man.
在他的心目中，第7任联合国秘书长科菲·安南占据着特殊的位置。
He was the first Secretary General who became very popular, maybe because of his personality. Kofi Annan and I go back before he became the Secretary General, and we became really close friends. He would invite me to his office, and sometimes we'll have tea, we'll have a cup of coffee together. He was such a humble man, down to earth.
在联合国担任摄影师，常常会置身险境。
I had already seen some horrible things in Sarajevo, and then I flew right into Rwanda. When I came back, after I filed my story, I had a nervous breakdown, and I became this close to killing myself. So I'm not thrilled about talking about it. That was probably one of the most horrible experience. It was like the last straw.
经过治疗，他逐渐从创伤中恢复，回首过往，心中并无遗憾。
The happiest moment I had in my life probably was in Namibia when it got its independence. And I was there on midnight. The whole world was watching, and the South African flag came down at 12 o'clock midnight, and the Namibian flag went up.
潘基文出任秘书长之时，约翰已经退休了。而如今为秘书长服务的是摄影师马克加藤。他说，这份工作和人们想象中的并不一样。
Working with Ban Ki-moon is it's not as glamorous as everyone seems to think it may be. Ultimately, you're working 20 hours a day, getting 2 hours sleep. We did a trip to Greenland to see the ice melt, and watching the Secretary General take off on a dog sled, and quite interesting and pretty funny.
马克加藤自2002年以来就在联合国担任摄影师。
It's just mind-boggling. The people, the power, the energy that this organization has accomplished and portrayed to the world in terms of humanitarian crisis, conflict. There's nothing else on the planet. It's a pretty amazing thing.
到2016年12月31日，潘基文的任期即将结束，谁又能接替他，成为下一任联合国秘书长，带领联合国走向未来？该节目由卡勒姆编辑，为联合国制作。